So I've got an important message for entrepreneurs, high achievers, ambitious people, because I've been doing a lot of reflecting recently, right? I've been doing a lot of writing, a lot of journaling, just really putting my thoughts onto paper or onto the keyboard, right? And since in doing so, I've come across some incredible personal discoveries, right? Doing these deep reflections, really just understanding the deeper layers of my mind. And a powerful thing that I've kind of discovered lately or become more aware of is that, I'll take you back, right? So once upon a time, a few years ago, whatever, I had a vision book that I would read every morning, right? And inside that vision book, I had photographs and, I had pages of writing and stuff like that. In those photographs were visuals of the exact life that I live today. Okay, traveling the world, all of our groceries are, organic, grass-fed, all of that sort of stuff, high quality groceries. Being able to go to nice restaurants, being able to do what the fuck I want, when I want, not that I do anyway, because I love working. And just living a life of freedom, right? That was my desired reality way back then. Now that I'm living that reality, I've caught myself on multiple occasions not being as appreciative or present as I feel I should be. Because I'll take you back, guys, like there was a time where, you have your mobile banking apps, right? You have your current account, you have your savings account, whatnot, whatever. I used to not be able to put any money in the current account, and I'd have to keep it in the savings account, because when money's in the current account and you're fucking broke and people are trying to take money, like you got debts, you got, all these kind of direct debits trying to come out. If I left money in there, it's going to get swallowed, right? And then I wouldn't have that money to pay rent or to get food or to do this and that. And it was such a fucking weird time in my life, right? Because anytime me or my partner would have to go to the supermarket to get food or something like that, she would be just about to pay, or we'd be just about to pay. And just before I'm about to pay, I'd have to quickly transfer the money, and I'd have to be quick about it, because if I did it and left it and something got taken out, we wouldn't then be able to get the food. So I used to be fucking broke, guys, like dead broke, and not just broke like financially, like in my mind as well. And I used to, wake up every day and kind of visualize this life that I wanted. And lo and behold, after years of tribulations, challenges, up and downs and all that bullshit, just the general journey, like I am where I wanted to be way back in the vision book. And it's fucking insane to me, right? Because it's so easy as an ambitious person, as a entrepreneur who wants to achieve a lot in life, to always look for the next thing. And it's not from a place of like me hating what I live right now and what I'm doing right now. It's just from a place of ambition, right? It's always looking for the next goal to hit. And I think it's so important, like it just robs you of the joy of fucking life. Like, where is the joy in that? Where is the excitement in constantly chasing something? And I've understood these concepts, guys. Like, I know all of this shit, right? And obviously I think anything in life is rented, right? Your physique, your position from a, financial standpoint, everything's rented in life. If you don't continue to work on those areas, physically, let's say, for example, you're going to get fat. If you don't continue to go to the gym and, eat nutritious foods and stuff, you're going to get fat. And I feel like my peace and my presence is also rented. If I don't consistently focus on bringing myself back, the consistent application of self-reflection, then you start to lose touch with that, right? You start to lose touch with your higher self. You start to lose touch with the magic of just being in the present moment, right? And I'm not fucking perfect. I'm not always present, right? But I've had these self-discoveries recently, and I've really just been intentionally enjoying the moment in certain aspects of the day. Like waking up in the morning and just looking outside, just walking around when I'm on the way to the gym, or just having little moments throughout the day where I'm like, fuck man, like this is the life that I once had in a fucking vision book. Like this is the life that I once really wanted. The guy back then, like if I could have spoke to the guy back then, like he would have fucking, he did anything for this life, right? And at that point in time, he would have done anything for this life. Yet I'm here right now, and all I want is the next thing. And it's a good lesson for you guys. You know, if you're an ambitious individual, you want to live a life above, you know, you don't want to live a life of mediocrity, and, you know, you want to achieve something of your life. Like, you have to understand that, you know, this it goes in stages, right? It does go in stages. You know, you hit one thing, it's a big, wow, this is amazing type thing. And then the novelty wears off, and then it's like, okay, well, what's next? But I think it's important to not only think about what's next, you know, that is important, not to get complacent, but you have to bring yourself back, man. You have to bring yourself back and just reflect on how far you've really come. You know, it's night and day difference, like the guy that I am now compared to the person that I used to be. Like, I look at old pictures of myself and I'm like, shit, man. That guy was a fucking, that guy was fucked in more ways than one. So yeah, man, if you're constantly just chasing, man, it just robs you from the enjoyment of the present moment, right? You know, what you're living right now, because ultimately, guys, like, we only have the present moment. We only have what we're experiencing right now. Like, tomorrow is not fucking guaranteed, you know what I mean? And like, imagine I come all this way, all the years of failures, of fucking, you know, ups and downs, and just like confusion, lack of just everything, guys. Imagine if I did all of that and I finally got to the place where I wanted to get to, and I was just looking for the next thing. And then, you know, who fucking knows? I'll walk out in the street, I get hit by a bus. Like, nothing's guaranteed, guys. It truly isn't. And it gives me fucking goosebumps, man, even just talking about it, because you really do. And even me, like, obviously being a father, like I've seen and understood time in a different way, just seeing my kids grow up. You know, there are stages of my kids' lives which I think, fuck, man, I wish I was more present during that time, because I look back at pictures and I'm like, oh man, like, for example, my eldest son, Rio, is 4 years old. I look back to when he was 1 or 2 and I think, man, you know, I was there, but I wasn't really there, right? Because I was just living in survival mode. So all I was thinking about was business, this, that. And I didn't even, although I was there, you know, working from home, I wasn't really there. I wasn't really enjoying the present moment, enjoying his, you know, early years of life that, well, I'm never going to get back. So it's all about kind of learning from your mistakes. And that's all we can do as humans, right? We can't be fucking perfect. All we can do is reflect. Like, the simple behavior of reflection is so fucking powerful, guys, because without me reflecting on these things, without me reflecting on, you know, the lack of presence that I had in my son's life when he was younger, or the lack of presence that I have now that I've achieved my desired reality, like, without this self-reflection, you can't learn from those mistakes, right? And you're just gonna live on fucking autopilot until eventually you realize, when it's too late, that opportunity's gone, or that moment in time has shifted, and you can't go back, you can't change it, right? And then you feel that sense of regret. So yeah, man, just every now and then it can be hard, you know, it can be super hard when you do want the next thing. But ironically, like, if you already feel whole as an entrepreneur, if you already feel like you have what you need, and you don't have so much excess importance on the secondary outcome that you want, or the next goal that you want to hit, like, you're probably going to get it a lot easier anyway. You know, if you have too much excess importance, too much focus on this goal, and it's in such a negative way that it takes you away from what you've got right now, it's going to create just a gap, right? A gap of lack. a gap of not having what you need in life right now. When that frequency, operating from that frequency, isn't a place where you manifest your desires, right? And you hit your desires in a way that fulfills you. So yeah, bit of a unplanned rant, whatever you want to call it, but I hope that there's one person out there that might hear and feel this message and fucking do some reflection and enjoy the present moment a bit more, man. Catch you on the next one.